Hello, I can hear you, man.
Oh, okay, we can hear sis. Right, so I'm absolutely dump you in it now. I've talked to you about on the show, yeah, and I said that
Mm.
yo, we went to the same shows growing up, yeah, and
Mhm.
ultimately, and we was influenced by it's like how can I wait? It's kind of where I said to the guys, I said, listen, maybe because of your singing talent, why you stayed with the old with the choir stuff, and I kind of went to the unga bunga music they used to call it, yeah, with the urban music still. She laughed because
I
it's true.
appreciate it all.
So I kind of like this, we're just saying concerts and stuff, and I was saying to my wife, and I was saying to her, I said, listen, why did I go off on the urban route when really and truly I should be in the gospel scene, like hardcore, like you know what I mean, not interested in urban music. And you know what, sis? I blame Sounds of Blackness. Yeah,
Why?
because they had the
Let's do
urban vibe.
mainstream voices.
They were urban hardcore, for a choir back
Hmm.
then. They were like
Hmm.
so I just had to play 2 tracks, Pressure and a remix from Pressure, and everything's gonna be all right. And it's like I still know the words
Hmm.
right now to this day. And he's
Hmm.
yo, you want to be in that choir and all this business. I did have my stint in the choir, but
Did you?
oh yeah, about 2 weeks, man. Like in the youth choir there, I was miming 10. I was like, what the heck am I doing here?
Oh my
So
gosh,
somebody
Roger.
is pressing this note, and it's just like I was like, but I know, that shout, that choir shout, in it. Oh,
Uh-huh.
that oh yeah, that male, that yeah, you could hide behind that, man. You know what I mean? That whole, like, you kind of know that shouting tone.
But you
Not
had no voice at the end of the gig, yeah.
well, I didn't get that far. I did the practice sessions, and that's about it.
Okay.
So I was too afraid for the choir master to say, come and sing the solo part." I said, nah, that was not my ministry, man, at all.
Not your calling. Not your calling at all.
No. But listen, it was. I know it was a hard work show, and I must say, it was a great event that you guys had. This Town Hall Gospel Choir on.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for being there and
Yeah,
helping us out.
nah, listen, man, it was a pleasure, man. It's good to hearing some of the old school songs, and I was looking back to some of the footage and stuff, man, and it made me smile. It gave me hope, and I was like, yo, like, as much as I listen to all the urban gospel music, I was like, yo, this is a vibe still. You know what I mean? Like, I was like,
Mm.
I felt like, yeah, I felt, and I feel like sometimes I feel like within our community, that's a Caribbean community that was really into the choirs. I feel like we've let go of something that really held us together within the community, and other communities have picked it up and loving it
Mm.
because you had a multicultural audiences. It's like
Yeah.
proper mixed. I was like, whoa, hold on a second.
And that's what I love about THGC.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we're quite traditional,
Mm.
but then we're also,
Hmm.
I don't know, we can command an audience are from all kind of races and
Yeah.
cultures, and I really like that. When you're looking at audience, there is a proper mix, and we've got an interesting following of people, and I actually love that. I love, obviously we're quite heavily influenced by classical and
Mm.
typical traditional gospel
Mm.
and some of the, like, more modern stuff like Sound of Blackness,
Yeah.
and but our main influences are kind of like the Richard Smallwood sound and the Donald Lawrence sound, and yeah, I like that. We're not like the typical gospel choir that you'll see today, because our choir director makes sure that
Oh,
some of the
yeah.
arrangements
Yeah.
some of the
Yeah.
arrangements that we have, I just kind of blow my mind when I hear them, when they finally come together, when we rehearse
Mm.
and they finally come together. I'm like, whoa, is that us? Like, he splits all the harmonies from the standard 3 parts to 4, 5, 6, sometimes 7 parts. And
Jeez.
yeah, the sound is beautiful. And that's what I love about my choir. I really, really do love it.
Oh no, it's definitely, yo, guys, check this choir out. Like, hopefully, by the end of this year, guys, you're gonna start seeing some clips on our platforms about that amazing event that we was at. It's absolutely crazy. Now I noticed that you're I'm not gonna invert you. I know you. You know what I mean? Your urban music and stuff like that story, but you're kind of like a quiet girl. You know what I'm saying? You're quiet. You're saying, that's, yeah, on Saturday, singing a solo and all business. I'm thinking, okay, the voice is coming in. Anyway, but like, for me, it's a case of like, do you feel that, the youngsters have really, because I was at the concert now, and I'll be honest, man, like, it was just disappointing that when we were 17, 18, there'll be a whole of our age group there, and whatsoever. Do you feel that we've missed a trick within our community in terms of investing into choirs?
Right. Well, when we were younger, that's all we had. All we had was gospel concerts. So now there's so much more. People aren't just kind of sticking to going to gospel events. They're going to other things as well. So the expectations are different. And I just feel that we had no choice but to appreciate and support gospel events, because that's all we had. Yeah. There's so much more options out there now. I think it's kind of like your family's responsibility and your church's responsibility to keep gospel music alive. So churches support gospel events and your family's kind of, because it was instilled into me. The reason why I fell in love with gospel was my sister, really, one of my older sisters. Okay. She played a lot of gospel music, and I used to follow her around. She was a choir director for a while as well, back in the day. Okay. Of a district church choir. Ooh. And I used to follow her around all the time, and I just fell in love with it. I used to sit there and just admire what she did and just admire the choir, and I wanted to be in a choir. Then I was in a church children's choir, and then as I got older, you join the youth choir, and so then I changed churches and I was part of the Highgate district choir under the leadership of Audrey Mattis, and then I grew from there, and I've gone on to sing with Audrey and in church choirs, and now Town Hall Gospel Choir. Like throughout the years, I've been part of Gospel Central as well, and you know what I mean. All that has stemmed from me being heavily influenced by the love of gospel music. And so if you're not really playing that around young people, then you're not going to develop a love for it. I've got a very good friend who again was brought up around gospel music, and yes, she's got a very eclectic taste, and she's just amazing. She knows her stuff, but when it comes down to it, the gospel music does it for us. Like when those times are hitting you, that's where we draw our strength from, like those old school gospel songs, or even if they're remixed. But you always draw for the old, man. And you made me smile the other day when you told me how. Go on. I'm gonna put your son on blast now. I won't mention his name, but you told me how you literally had to drag him out the house on Saturday, and how you clocked him clapping his hands at the concert. I was like, that so made me, it warmed my heart knowing that, yes, we can reach the young people then. Do you know what I mean? As old school and as boring as they may think it is, but something in it touches them. Do you know what I mean? And so, I don't know what we can do.
It's parents' responsibility as well. I find is that, like, how many parents would, and I don't want to sing my praises, like, say to your child, well, you're not going on Fortnite, you're coming out with me to a concert. And that's what I faced as a child. You know what I mean? Like, I never had a choice whether we're going out on Saturday or or even Sunday service. So, like, and I think that we've got to nourish people the best we can, and around positivity. Most because
and he might not appreciate that now, Roger, but he'll appreciate it later when he can talk about his experience of being exposed to old school gospel music. Do you know what I mean? Though even if he's exposed to other things, he'll still have a love for it because he was exposed to it as a youngster. Do you know what I mean?
No,